What's going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you back to another episode of Shady VGC, where we hop on BattleSpot and play some video game championship style Pokemon. So today we're coming in for the final time with the team that was suggested by a shady person, and I am not too great with this team. You guys saw in the last episode I did get 2 losses. Maybe I just don't understand how the team is supposed to be used. I'm sure it's a great team, but maybe it's just not my type of team, or, you know, I'm learning VGC, so I could be doing some things wrong. I did note that a lot of you guys said the synergy lead would be Lipard Breloom, a Braylai lead with Fake Out and then you spore something. I did that in between episodes. I was rocking out there for a little while, and then people just kept getting second turn wakes. Like Breloom would outspeed, I'd put them to sleep, and then they'd wake up the next turn. And it was so inconveniencing. And I simmered my jimmies. I really simmered my jimmies. But some things that I did learn in the process, Lipard, slower than a lot of things that I don't want it to be slower than. I mean, it's faster than Mega Kangaskhan. It breaks the base 100 speed, but that's really not the speed to break in VGC. I feel as though there are too many things that are above 100, like Thundurus is 111, I think. Just certain things outspeed me, and it's a sad day. It makes for a sad panda, realistically, is what it does. But we're going to try one more time with this team. Make sure you leave your suggestions down below. If you have a team or a Pokemon, but realistically a team would be best, that you leave I almost said you leave downstairs. That you leave downstairs right below this video. I'd appreciate that, because I am going to be looking for a new team to use on the next episode of Shady VGC. This might end up becoming a daily series in the very near future, because I really want to invest a lot of time in learning as much as I can about VGC. It really has become my favorite style of battling. I love 6v6, I really do. Singles is fun, but VGC is just so interesting, and it's the official way to battle. Opposing trainer could not be found. Oh, my little baby Lanta, let's try again. Is there really no one playing Pokemon right now? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, we're not that low, we're at 1600. Is there really no one playing the Pokemans? In party, battle start. Challenge is the word, not battle start. So we're gonna see if we can find someone. Something though that I'll talk to you guys about really quick. I play the Dragon Ball Z TCG. It's been rebooted by Panini, and I'm heavily obsessed with it. Pain! VGC 2015, we're gonna lose. I play the Dragon Ball Z TCG. I'm heavily obsessed with it. I'm getting back into it hardcore. If you want to learn more, I'm gonna link in the description my friend's YouTube channel, and he started a DBZ channel up, and definitely throw him a sub. He's got a bunch of tutorials on there, a lot of deck profiles, really cool stuff. If you want to get into the game, he does have some tutorials. You could go back to his earlier videos, and he shows you how to play the game, how to play it online with Octagon. So it's a lot of fun. So my opponent is bringing Salamence, Amoonguss, Azumarill, Thundurus, Bisharp, and Cresselia. So we see Trick Room stuff going on here, possibly when we see Crest. We got to remember Trick Room. We do see Rage Powder, which makes me angrier than the sassiest kitten in all the land. So when I see Amoonguss, I get really nervous, and I end up not wanting to open up Rolex, because I can't spore it. Rolex gets walled by Amoonguss. And honestly, Sassy can't do much to it either. So I end up wanting to go like Beauty Heatran. I really end up wanting to go Beauty and Chevy Malibu, because like I got a beautiful Chevy Malibu sitting in my driveway. I don't really think it's beautiful. And I think Shady Lady would do very well here, and I do want to bring Rolex. I just don't want to lead with it, but I do want to bring Rolex. I could have brought Toph to outspeed that Salamence and get some rock slides off, but I really wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. And I didn't want to bring Toph when a Bisharp can be on the field and I'm forced to give it a +1. It's not what I want to do. So this will be the first of 2 games, the last 2 games with this team. I'm going to try really hard to see what I can do. Crest and Lord of the Sky. So we got the Mence. Now, I would be very confused if Mence was built for a Trick Room team. I'd be really confused. I'm scared to put up this Tailwind because of the possible Trick Room, but it looks to me more like Helping Hand Crest. So I'm gonna Ice Beam the, you know what, or am I just gonna set up the Tailwind? I'm gonna set up the Tailwind, predicting the Protect, and I'm gonna go for the Substitute as well. Is he gonna have EQ? He could have EQ. Do Menses run EQ? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna really go with that. Lord of the Sky does use Protect, so getting up a Tailwind could hurt us. Chevy Malibu's gonna set up a sub. Beauty's gonna get the Tailwind up. I really do not want to see Trick Room. Icy Wind. Well, I am fine with that because we did, in fact, get the sub up, so Chevy Malibu does not get slowed down. Beauty resistant, and we should be perfectly. That was a perfect turn. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that turn. What I'm going to proceed to do here is I kind of want to predict Lord of the Sky to get the heck out of here because I can't see it staying in. So part of me wants to scald Lord of the Sky. You know what though, if he has a Moongus, you know what, we're gonna go for the Ice Beam on Lord of the Sky. We're gonna risk the Biscuit, and we're gonna go for the Heat Wave to hit both slots. Lord of the Sky is going to Mega Evolve, so the Ice Beam might end up paying off. However, we do know that there's a really good potential for Helping Hand Hyper Voice here. No Helping Hand, Heat Wave's gonna connect on both Pokemon, and that is going to do a decent amount of damage. Nothing crazy. We're going to jump right behind that stuffed animal again. We're going to snag a burn on Crest. Earthquake is going to go off from the Mence. However, with Chevy Malibu sitting safely behind a sub, I am completely fine with that turn because it is the Salamence is going to go down to the Suicune. The Salamence is definitely going to go down to the Suicune, and that's a fantastic turn in my opinion. I'm totally glad that I substituted on that turn 1. I think that sub really could have possibly won us this match if we do win it. Icy One's gonna come through again, which is unfortunate because her speed is just gonna keep dropping. Although the damage isn't much, it's just the speed stat that really bites. It just really, it smarts a little bit. It smarts, you know, it hurts. It's like when you flinch when you get bit in Pokemon. That's what I mean when I say that. So we're gonna see the leftovers go off again on the Crest, which is totally fine. But again, I mean, that's the first time we saw it. And the burn is going to take its toll, which is just fine by me. Now, it depends who my opponent brings in next. Is it going to be the Bisharp? Could it be the Bisharp? I'm trying to think who he would have in the back. I feel like he wouldn't have a Moongus in the back. Thundurus. Thundurus in the back is a bit scary. Definitely a bit scary. But I also don't really see a reason to not... I'm gonna Ice Beam the Thundurus, and I'm gonna Heat Wave. Now, there's a definite possibility. Do I think Thundurus will protect to slow down Beauty even more? No, we're gonna go for the Heat Wave. We're gonna double attack. Thundurus is gonna Thunderbolt on Beauty. I don't think that'll take us out though. Okay, I severely underestimated Thundurus. Severely underestimated Thundurus, but we're gonna get a Heat Wave off. It connects with both Mons, and Thundurus is gonna get brought down to under half. Icy Wind's gonna come through, but that's I wouldn't say that's okay, but having the Thundurus slowed down this much is really nice. We still have 2 Mons in the back, and my opponent's field is looking very weak. So I think we're in a decent position here, but that Thundurus, man, I should have just protected with Suicune. If I would have protected with Suicune, that would have been the proest of plays. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring out Shady Lady because I do think that Shady Lady can seal us the deal. I do think that Shady Lady can seal the deal one way or the other. We are going to trace the Volt Absorb. Now he's questioning himself. He is questioning himself. We're just going to Mega Evolve and we're going to Hyper Voice. I think I'm going to protect with the Heatran because I do think a Hyper Voice should be enough to take the Thundurus out. So I'm going to protect with Heatran because I do think he's going to go ahead and T-Bolt the Heatran in a last-ditch effort to get more damage off because he knows he can't take Shady Lady out. Helping Hand. Well, I think I just made a misplay. I think unless he targeted down the Chevy Malibu, I think I just made a terrible misplay. Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Oh my little baby Lanta, and the Hyper Voice is gonna be enough to take the Thundurus out, and Crest, even after the leftovers, is gonna fall to the burn. I am so happy with that protect. I turned into a nervous Nelly immediately when I saw that Helping Hand. I figured, oh, he's gonna target down the Gardevoir because he knows I wouldn't be knocked out by just a regular Thunderbolt, so he went for the Helping Hand. So fortunately we called that Helping Hand right in the beginning of the match, although I wasn't consistently aware of it. I'm not gonna pretend like I was, but now I will be. Since you don't see the Trick Room, Helping Hand is going to be on there. So Bisharp is going to be my opponent's last Pokemon. We clearly have the advantage right here. There's nothing he can really do. I'm going to Hyper Voice. I'm not going to bother protecting at all. I'm going to Hyper Voice and I'm going to Heat Wave. I regret Heat Waving a little bit. Because I do kind of wish I went for the Earth Power on the off chance that the Heat Wave misses. But we're going to see this Hyper Voice, and it should take out the Bisharp regardless, as it does. I was kind of thinking if it was a Focus Sash Bisharp. But we're going to walk away with 1 win today so far, so that's awesome. That was a really strong lead. Suicune Heat Train really worked out for us in that match. I couldn't be happier with how that match played out. I really couldn't be. That those protects were on point. The substitute in the beginning, that's really encouraging as a player. Really encouraging to see a little bit of progress compared to the last episode. We're gonna go ahead and jump back in for one more game with this team. Breloom didn't even have to hit the field. Got to keep his mushroom in his back pocket the entire time. Sitting at 16-11, so we're still nowhere near where we were. But we got it. It takes time. It takes time to realize. But as I was saying, Dragon Ball Z, TCG, you should play it because maybe we can play together on the internets if we all get Octagon and play. Because I'm going to a tournament tonight. You're watching this on Tuesday. I'm actually recording it on Tuesday. Fourth wall broken. And I'm going to a tournament. I really want to win, or I want to come in top 4. I'm using a new deck that no one else is using. We're going up against someone with 1797 rating. This is going to be a whopping good time. He's bringing Landorus, Gengar, Azumarill, Amoonguss, Heatran, and Zapdos. So we see a potential Tailwind user. We see that could be a Mega Gengar, or could it just be a regular Gengar? Because those are they're not just as good, but they're different. They're good. They're definitely really good. The Amoonguss once again makes me not want to lead Breloom. Breloom does look really useful in this match. It does. I believe I'm gonna check before I speak. Azumarill. I'm still trying to get really familiar with speed tiers, guys. I apologize. Azumarill has a speed of I think it's pretty slow, 50. So Breloom does outspeed. It definitely outspeeds the Azumarill. So I do want to bring it. With no competitive users on my opponent's team, I think the the Landorus will work out really well too. I really do think so. But I think we're gonna go. I'm kind of feeling the same lead that I had before, Beauty and Chevy Malibu. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna bring Landorus in the back because he does have a Zapdos, which can really hurt Beauty. And I don't think the Shady Lady's as useful here, considering he has a Gengar. So we're gonna bring Rolex. We're gonna bring Rolex to Breloom, and we'll see how this goes. This is our last match of the day, the last match with this team as well. I'm a little perplexed here. I don't know how this match is really gonna go. I really don't know how this match is gonna go. I'm a nervous Nelly. I'm a nervous Nelly. I would love to get 2 wins after getting 2 losses, though. That would be fantastic. My opponent opens up double Master Ball, Landorus, Zapdos. I open up Beauty and Chevy Malibu. So really terrible lead for us. What I could see happening is EQ. I could see EQ Tailwind almost. All right, I'm gonna, as much as I want to keep my Beauty in, I'm gonna switch out for Toph. And I'm just gonna protect with Chevy Malibu just to scout a little bit, just to scout. I'm just gonna double out in case he decides to double attack. I want to at least be immune and get the Intimidate off. His Landorus EQ won't hit any of my Mons. This is why Levitate. I really like teams with at least 1 Flyer and 1 Levitator, so I can have 2 immunities at all times to ground type moves. Because Landorus is scary. Landorus is definitely scary Mon in VGC. So actually gonna go for the U-turn on the Suicune. Wow, U-turn Landorus, have not seen that in a while in VGC. I have not seen that in a while, but it is definitely there. All right, good to know, definitely there. Wonder what he'll go out into. My opponent goes out into the Azumarill, but he is gonna T-Bolt Toph, which doesn't affect me, so that's kind of nice. I think at this point I kind of have to take a risk. I'm gonna Rock Slide. I almost want to Rock Slide sub, but I'm going to Rock Slide and switch Chevy Malibu out for Beauty. I feel like that's not the correct play, because I think the Azumarill is just going to target down the Landorus. Now that I just made that play, I'm pretty positive the Azumarill's just going to target down the Landorus. He's going to withdraw the Zapdos, most likely going back out into the Lando. Goes out into the Lando to get Intimidate off, so my Rock Slide does not do much. The only thing I can really hope for here is a flinch. So Toph is going to go for the Rock Slide. It's going to connect with both Mons, which is kind of a plus. And you can see here, the Belly Drum is going to go off. That is absolutely terrifying. That is 100% the most terrifying thing that could have happened in the entire universe. So, with the Belly Drum going off, I think I have to just try to get a burn. I'm gonna switch Lando out for Rolex, so Rolex is kind of gonna get foddered off here. Actually, no. Lando, you're just gonna get foddered off. What am I saying? And then I can either Ice Beam the Landorus or set up the Tailwind so this Azumarill gets popped next turn. I think I'm gonna set up the Tailwind so that my Breloom will 100%. I know the Aqua just gonna come through, it's gonna hit top, it's gonna hurt hard, I'm gonna be KO'd. I understand that. I completely understand that. The one thing I'm sad about is the Landorus did in fact go for U-turn. So U-turn, super good on Landorus. Is that choice? No, that's gonna be choice scarf. It's super good because you can just get your Intimidate off as much as you want. Definitely. So we're setting up the Tailwind here as my opponent goes out into the Zapdos. Now I definitely have to say this game is, this game. Now I could either Spore the Azumarill or just get the Bullet Seed off. I'm gonna go ahead and Bullet Seed the Azumarill and Ice Beam the Zapdos. Now the Ice Beam's not gonna take the Zapdos out. I'm still expecting an Aqua Jet here from the... I'm still expecting an Aqua Jet. Or he's gonna... Oh, he protects! Very good play. Man, had I Spored that Zapdos, that would have been a ridiculous play. So Belly Drum, Protect, Aqua Jet, and I'm guessing Play Rough are my opponent's moves. Wow, that did nothing to that possibly Assault Vested Zapdos. That kind of stinks. Now, part of me wants to protect. I'm gonna protect my Breloom. Am I gonna protect it? Is there a point? Well, the Aqua Jet's definitely coming from Azumarill. It's that obvious though, so maybe it's not gonna. No, I still think it is. I'm gonna protect, and I'm going to Ice Beam. I'm gonna Ice Beam the Zapdos one more time. Rolex is gonna protect here. I do expect to see the Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet is there. Rolex protects itself. Ice Beam comes through. It's not gonna KO. We already saw that this thing is so bulky. And there goes the Tailwind. The counter Tailwind is gonna win this man the game, so we know it's not Assault Vest, it's just a fat Zapdos. I'm guessing Rocky Helmet since we haven't seen the item yet. I think the only thing we can really do is take out the Zapdos. So I'm gonna Mach Punch the Zapdos and Ice Beam the Zapdos. I don't see anything else working out. He's of course gonna Aqua Jet with the Azumarill on the Breloom at this point. There's the Aqua Jet, it's gonna be right on the Breloom. And down goes Breloom, despite the resistance. That hidden power fire from the Zapdos really paid off, or could have been HP Ice, definitely. My opponent's gonna Roost up. Roost, Tailwind, Hidden Power, and Thunderbolt are most likely its moves. Wow. That is a little ridicky donkey. That is definitely a little ridicky donkey. Tailwind is going to peter out, and then Chevy Malibu is going to come in. There's really very little chance of us winning this match at this point. What we need to happen is I need him to predict me to protect with Chevy Malibu. I have to go for Heat Wave, and then I also have to... I'm just going to go for Scald. I'm going to go for Scald on Zapdos. I think that my opponent played absolutely perfectly. He's going to Roost up with the Zapdos. There's no Aqua Jet coming through, so he's most likely going to attack my Suicune now because he did predict the Protect. So that's one out of two things going my way. Play Rough's going to connect though, and that Suicune's going to get knocked out instantaneously. It's a +6 Play Rough. So we definitely got completely outplayed in this game. I really want to use a team with setup Mons because that seems like so much fun. Getting a Belly Drum up and working it, that must feel so good. Just getting that Belly Drum up and working it. So of course, and my opponent's movesets are really interesting. He only has 2 attacks on the Azumarill because, well, you have to have Protect essentially. And I'm just gonna forfeit because there's really no reason to stall this out. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see how much Aqua Jet does. Aqua Jet should be a one-hit KO. Aqua Jet should definitely be a one-hit KO because it's a +6 Aqua Jet. Huge power Azumarill, and it is. All right, sweet. So that's gonna be the game. I want to give him the actual, let him win the game, not just forfeit. So we won one, lost one. Obviously, still have so much to learn. Oh, I thought for a second it DC'd. Still so much to learn. Definitely, I have to go back and watch that battle and see where exactly I went wrong. I think just the U-turn on the Lando gave him so much initiative to get in when he needed to get in. So I really like that. I really like switch initiative moves in VGC. I feel like I don't see them enough. so I don't use them, but I think I want to start using them, especially after that match. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like rating down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you so much, Shady people, but I gotta get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.